搬到去 Vancouver 嘅時候，每一個冬天啦，個 train 都會死火啊！我記得上一年等咗成2個鐘，我都上唔到架車。Hello，大家好，我係 Cheryl。每一年到冬天嘅時候，我啲 friend 都會問我 Cheryl 啊，加拿大嘅冬天其實係點樣啦？其實有幾凍啦？如果我想搬嚟或者嚟讀書嘅話，我應該帶啲咩嚟準備呢？咁所以今日我會喺呢個 video 同大家 share 一啲非常之重要嘅 tips 去 survive 我哋嘅 winter， 同埋一啲入冬前一定要做好嘅準備，甚至連一啲加拿大人自己都唔知道要做嘅準備。Okay, let's get started。咁加拿大嘅冬天其實通常會喺10月中或者10月尾開始嘅，咁跟住一直到3月嘅時候，其實都係仲係好凍，而最凍嘅月份就係12月至到2月。咁我就上網睇咗我哋 major city 裏面 on average 係幾凍嘅。我記得喺2017年 Calgary 有幾日係仲凍過呢個北極嘅。Calgary 真係好凍。I think at this point 有好多想移民嚟加拿大或者嚟呢度讀書嘅人咧，就會諗緊我 move 去 Vancouver 咪得咯，又暖，跟住又唔係點落雪。係，我知道 Vancouver 真係暖過其他嘅 major city， 咁但係我覺得喺咁多個 major city 裏面 ，Vancouver 係最唔識得 manage 冬天嘅一個 city 嚟嘅。Okay, I have to say this in English. Every single time Vancouver snows, the whole city shuts down. Our trains would be down, our power goes off, all the schools shut down, people are driving like they don't know how to drive anymore.It's literally like an apocalypse. 好啦，咁我哋平時冬天係着咩衫嘅呢？平時我哋都會由頭包到落腳嘅。咁應該着咩羽絨啦？我會建議着啲長身啲嘅啦，因為啲風一吹過嚟或者零下20幾度嘅時候，你個大髀係會 feel 到好痛，係腫痛咁嘅感覺嘅。仲有記住一定要買一件羽絨係有帽嘅，因為冇帽嘅話咧，你個耳仔係會凍到甩出嚟嘅。如果 for whatever reason 你買唔到頂帽嘅話咧，你都一定要戴個耳罩嘅。我本人覺得除咗我嘅羽絨褸係最重要之外咧，我覺得最重要嘅就係我嘅頸巾啊，因為啲風一吹過嚟咧，佢真係會攝晒入去你件衫嗰度。通常出門前咧，條頸巾仲喺我條頸嘅，咁但係一出到去之後咧，條頸巾係會上到嚟我塊面嗰度，因為真係好凍啊！一定要着褲、短裙啊、裙啊、短褲啊嗰啲，全部唔使諗噶啦。牛仔褲都 OK 嘅，有時啲女仔就會着緊身嘅 leggings 啦，咁啲 leggings 係上網都有得買嘅，入邊有呢一個 thermal insulation 嘅。一跌到零下20幾度嘅時候，我諗你嘅牛仔褲都唔夠。有啲人會着緊身嘅打底褲啦，跟住先至再着呢個牛仔褲喺上面。咁女仔嘅話就可能會着啲絲襪啊，跟住先至着條褲喺上面嘅。咁使唔使買一個雪靴啦？咁其實我諗我都未着過一個真正嘅 snow boots 嘅，我買嗰啲通常都係好睇同埋夠高身啦，我就會着噶啦。加拿大一落雪嘅時候，有時啲雪係會上到去腳瓜咁，所以如果你隻鞋太矮嘅話咧，啲雪係會入晒去你嘅鞋入邊啊。如果你係 plan 住要去行 mall 啊，或者行入去餐廳啊，總之入去做任何 indoor 嘅嘢咧，你就最好唔好着得太暖啦，因為我哋嘅 heating system 係熱到好似你突然間入咗去個 sauna room 入邊咁熱嘅。仲有一定要帶廁紙，因為你一定會流鼻涕。好啦，咁如果你諗住搬到嚟嘅時候要揸車呢，咁其實你都有好多嘢要 prepare 嘅。咁首先你要知道你去嘅城市係咪落雪落得好犀利啦，因為有時我哋落雪嘅時候，嗰啲雪係高過你嘅車胎嘅。咁所以有好多人都會選擇揀啲大啲嘅車、高身啲嘅車 ，like SUVs or like a truck。好啦，咁除咗要揀一架好嘅車之外咧，你一定要有好好嘅雪胎。咁通常到10月左右啦，啲人就開始換定佢個雪胎噶啦。我哋呢一個雪胎同埋平時嘅普通車胎係完全唔同嘅。我哋嘅雪胎係有多啲凹凸不平嘅紋啦，咁所以佢先至可以抓住啲雪，咁你架車就唔會好似頭文字 D 咁樣漂移啦。 There are a lot of drivers that underestimate the snow because they're not familiar with winter driving, so they would drive as fast as they can. They also don't have their winter tires on, and then kaboom! 炒車。咁呢一種嘅交通意外其實喺溫哥華都經常性發生啦，咁所以如果你係一個 pedestrian 嘅話咧，你真係要睇清楚條馬路先至好過。So you have to promise me right now, pinky promise, that you will not cross the road until all of the cars come to a full stop. Okay, we are done talking about driving. We're going to talk about your home now. 咁諗住喺加拿大度住屋嘅朋友咧，你其實都有好多嘢要 prepare 同埋去做嘅。譬如每一次落雪嘅時候，你都要出去鏟雪，因為如果你唔鏟雪嘅話，跟住將你架車喺嗰啲雪上面碌過嘅話咧，嗰啲雪其實係會壓到變咗冰咁樣，咁你想鏟嘅時候你就鏟唔走噶啦。仲有你唔單止要鏟自己個 driveway， 你仲要鏟埋行路嗰條路啦。因為如果有人喺你屋企前面嗰條路嗰度跣低嘅話，跟住整傷咧，佢有權去告你嘅。Also 喺冬天嘅時候，千祈唔好敲個窗門。Okay, story time again. So when I lived in a dorm, and I was really young during this time, there's this one girl, she realized her window was frozen. I shouldn't be laughing. She realized her window was frozen, and so she knocked on her window, hoping that she would knock off all that ice. But little did she know, her window actually would shatter on her. 係啊，咁滑過雪嘅或者喺雪上面行過嘅朋友都會知道，喺雪上面行路同埋喺平地度行路係完全唔同嘅。因為你唔單止係行路行得慢啦，你個車啊都要揸得慢啲啦，你個 train 可能會停咗啦，跟住你個 bus 可能又會遲到啦。Every time I walk on snow, somehow it reminds me of walking on sand because I'm constantly slipping and sliding and my foot just goes into the snow and I can't walk fast. 咁我細個嘅時候，我喺 Calgary 度讀書，我記得我等咗成1個鐘啊喺出面。食緊西北風，跟住仲喺度等緊架車嚟，都冇嚟到。卒之要我個 friend 車我翻屋企，我先翻到屋企。搬到去 Vancouver 嘅時候，每一個冬天啦，個 train 都會死火啊！我記得上一年等咗成2個鐘，我都上唔到架車。咁所以一落雪嘅時候，我會建議大家早啲出門，如果唔係真係會遲到。冇錯，雖然我哋加拿大嘅冬天真係好凍，咁但係只要你做足功課同埋做足呢個入冬前嘅準備咧，咁你就 survive 到我哋呢5個月嘅冬天㗎啦。好啦，今日條片就嚟到呢一度啦。如果中意我條片同埋覺得係 helpful 嘅話咧，就記得 give it a thumbs up。share 俾你啲朋友，同埋未 subscribe 我嘅朋友，記得 subscribe to my channel，and I will see you in the next video.